Guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we'll be covering the topic of student accommodation in Canada. So, you got your visa, you have packed your luggage, but now the main question is, where is our accommodation? It's a very major topic to cover because there are so many frauds that can happen if you book your accommodation from India just over digital conversations. Many people, what they do here is fraud. They will tell you they have booked your accommodation, but in real the property would not exist and you'll get scammed. So, whenever a new student comes to Canada, he always thinks that he should get the good accommodation. But it's very hard. When you come here, you check the property and the property goes wrong. So, in this case, I have a solution for you. Now, I'll tell you my story. You know what, guys? When I came in Canada, I also booked a temporary accommodation. So, what I did was, I came here in Canada and took the temporary accommodation for a week, I'd say. And in that week, I was looking at the properties, physically going there and satisfying me mentally that I like the property or not. So I think it's the best way. In this way you can book the property temporary, so you're not committed for any leasing agreement in that, but you'll be looking at other properties that you like, because I think you should see the property physically, and if you'll see the property physically you'll be satisfied. Now you will ask, what is the main advantage, Raghav, of booking this accommodation? The main advantage is that you're getting time to see your permanent accommodation. If I talk about my case, when I came in Canada, I took the temporary accommodation, and in the meantime I was looking at the physical properties with my own budget. Budget is really important. You should not get the properties which you cannot afford monthly, because in that you'll be trapped in a debt, right? And I wouldn't suggest you for that. So it would help you to look at the properties, whether it's Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, Craigslist, that you'll be satisfied and you can have a word with the landlord one-to-one. So in the last, I found my property with my own budget. This is the main advantage, that guys, that I was telling you, to go with your budget and took a temporary accommodation. It might be costlier for you in the initial months to pay for the temporary accommodation if you compare with the permanent, but trust me guys, you're looking at the properties in which you can stay over years. And same happened with me. I took a property and I chose this where I was satisfied with the price that I'm paying and the facilities that I'm getting. International student myself, I can know how hard could it be from finding from your temporary accommodation to your permanent residencies. It can be really hard for you to find the right accommodation for you and you only, because you know what kind of facilities you like. For example, in my case, when I was student here, I wanted the transportation to be very near for me. I know accommodation is very hard to get, especially in 2023, and after COVID I know inflation is up and price of groceries, price of properties, everything is up because the interest rates are going up. So for you to crack it down, since you are an international student, it's very hard for you to get a cheap accommodation. So I would suggest you to plan it out, how much you will be earning, how much you're carrying from India, the money, right? And how much you can spare per month for the accommodation only. So you got to know about the disadvantages of coming from India to Canada with the permanent accommodation. Now let me tell you the solution. Let me tell you about the today's video sponsor, which is Amber. What is Amber? Amber is a student booking accommodation services. Basically, you'll book your accommodation from India, and when you will book your accommodation, you'll see that you can have your stay planned and you can choose the duration also. It's same like if you're booking temporary accommodation for a fixed period of time, in which you can book your accommodation and while you are here, you can look at the physical properties by yourself.
So guys, the main thing that I like about this website is that they have very easy search UI. Like if you look into their UI, it's very easy to search, and they have very interactive UI. Like I can go to their accommodation searches, like I can go, it says home, away from home. I can search which city I'm going, or I can enter the university also. Like you can go with two options. Either you can enter the city or either you can enter the university. So you have these both options of entering university, city, or if you have any specific property in your mind. The main key features that they have over 1 million plus beds, including dorms, shared rooms, 800 plus university across the globe, and they are currently under 250 plus global cities. And if you guys doubt about their trustworthiness, then they got 4.8 star of rating out of 5 on Trustpilot, which is a very good review site. As you can see, I'm just scrolling through the cities that I want to go. For example, I want to go to UK, so I have different cities: London, Birmingham, Liverpool. I want to go to Australia, it's Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney. Ireland, I have Dublin, Cork. United States, New York City. So they are present in many cities, especially in country of where I'm living, Canada, especially Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Currently they are covering these three major cities: Germany, Spain, and whatnot. If I talk about their key features, that they have quick and easy bookings. That means you'll not be deviated to different settings of what you want. You just go to the property, you select the duration, and you set how many people are going there, and then the property is booked. You will get a price match guarantee also, which means that if you are getting this property, the same property, somewhere else at a cheaper rate, you can go to their helpline and you can ask for the price match guarantee which they offer, so they will match the same price that you're getting somewhere else. 24/7 assistance. What does that mean? If you're stuck with any property, you have any questions with that property particularly, you can go to their helpline and you can just ask them. They're available anytime for your help. 100% verified listings. So the listings that you see are 100% verified. What that means is that Amber associates are being there, they watch the property and then they authorize this. It's not that they only saw the property online and then they authorize, because nowadays online many scams go. You see the property but the property might not exist.
Okay, I can understand that if you have any friends or relatives, you can go and trust them, right? They can see the properties for you. But in my case, I had no relatives or friends, then I chose the temporary accommodation, right? And when I chose the temporary accommodation, I was daily seeing the properties by myself. So I was really sure that the properties that I'm looking at is reliable. For example, you can also look at the facilities that they are providing in Amber. Here, if you go to the landlord, you can directly ask them, okay, is Wi-Fi included, is laundry included, is heat included, because these facilities add up the cost, right? And some landlords doesn't tell you that these utilities are there. So when you book that thing from India, you're not sure that you'll be paying an extra amount, which could lead to $100 per month, and it could really add up to your expenses. So I would literally say that going with the temporary accommodation is the solution until and unless you get a permanent accommodation which is reliable.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this video till here, and please do check Ember if you're coming here. If you're planning to study abroad, do check the link in the description. Go check their properties, they are very reliable, and go check my special offer also. Till the meantime, peace out and I'll see you in next video. Thank you so much.